Hey YouTube, how you doing? My name's Wolf from TheNxtGeek, and today I'm going to be doing the review of Mactracker. Now this obviously gives you all the history of what Apple have released in their lineup from beginning to the actual, today's date. So you're going to get updated with all the history of Apple. Without further ado, let's go and open the application up. You can see here it has a very minimal and very easy look to it. As you can see here, you have all of the actual iOSs and OSs that Apple have released, and there are some that I have never really seen before, and that is of course the iSight, which was released back in June 2009 December, and was removed obviously by December 2006. So what this really does is basically gives you information of the history of Apple, as I said earlier on. So if you are a extreme geek like myself and you want to go and look at Apple's histories of failure and success, then this is really what you want to go and get. This is really geeky in my opinion. So you can see here you got the iPod Mini. As you may know, this is what the iPad Mini is now named as, or should I say that's what people keep saying about it, but still you can see here you have the information of the actual iPod. You can see here I have the introduced and discontinued. So you can see it started in February and then it finished in September. So it didn't really have a long reign, it only had a short lifespan. So you can see here as well, you've got the internal price of $199, which wasn't too bad. What? 4GB, and that's a 6GB. Okay, now I see why it's that low price, but you can see there are some crazy products Apple released that wasn't very successful, but you can see here it gives you really good information. In my opinion, I've been using this a lot. It helps me out. It helps me out a lot when I write my articles about a product review or something like that, in that sort of line. It gives me a little bit more information about a Mac product, let's say. It doesn't really focus all on like Mac products and so on. You can see here I'm going right down to the what's that? Hey, oh my lord! So they actually released a printer. So this is what I mean. It always, surprises me to see what Apple released. And again, it doesn't always focus on hardware of OS and iOS. They also do softwares in, like the OS, iOS, and Mac OS, and so on. So you can see here there is the very first 2.0.1, which was released in March 1987. You can see the system requirements: 68,000 processor or later, 512 KB System 4.0, Finder 5.4, or 1 meg System 4.1 Finder. So you can see here it gives you all the actual information, or the official information which Apple released within that sort of era. And you can see here we have the Mountain Lion. Now this is obviously the one we are currently on, and you can see here it gives me links to the support page so I can get a little bit more help if there's an issue with it. And you can see here it's a lot more informed, if I should say that. As you can see here, it's more updated, so it's more informal than what it was before back in 1987, obviously. Flicking through this sort of application, you can see I have got the iOS as well. So iOS 1, which was released back in 2007. You can see version from 1.0 to 1.1.5, and that was back in 2008. So you can see there's a lot. I have desktop, so if I make this drop down, you have the actual option to see Classic Macintosh, eMac, iMac, Mac Mini, Mac Pro, Performer, Power Macintosh, and the Power Mac G3, G5, and G4, shall I say. Now, as you can see here, there are various models, and to be honest with you, I think I played about with a Power Macintosh when I was in the IT department at college, and to be honest with you, they were pretty cool, but they're relatively slow because of the processor, obviously because of the year. But you can see here the iMacs. Now these are the ones I extremely love, not for the software but mainly for the design. As you can see here, they look extremely sexy. And they recently went for the plastic. Now they've gone for that all in unibody plastic, aluminium. Sorry, they wouldn't go by plastic anymore because they think it's cheap and they don't think it's worth the hassle of getting it sold, and it's going to break obviously. So Apple have their own way obviously, but anyway, moving on from that, I digress. So you can see here I got the Mac Pros. I love the Mac Pros, but if you haven't heard yet, the Mac Pros in the EU are going to be discontinued this month, unfortunately. But you can see you can get the history of that if you're a lover of those. So you can see you got the Performer. Never really heard those, never really seen them, and to be honest with you, they look pretty cool. So you can see that was 1996, and it's discontinued in 1997. So overall, I really enjoyed the information that I've gathered from this application, TheNxtGeek. It's relatively good. It's relatively good. Sorry, it actually gives you a heck of a lot for its actual price. Now, when I say price, you may think it's going to cost money, but in my opinion, this doesn't. This actually a free application you would have on the Mac App Store, so you're not going to go and spend a fortune on something so little. Or this is little. Sorry, that's a bit strong for this application. But what I mean is you get a lot of information for free. This is what I love. Other applications out there will actually make you pay for something like this, but this one's making it for free. So this is what I like a lot. You can see the current models, which is now in this sort of genre. So you can see you have the mouses, Magic Mouse, Trackpad, Time Capture MacBook Pro, iPad, you name it, you got it here. You got the ugly iPod Nano, which I never really see the point of having. And you can see your history again. This is what you'll get when you first open an application, and it is really cool. I love the way they're giving the information. If I click on this Macintosh XL, it doesn't really stop at general. It goes on about software, and after it goes into memory and graphics. Connections and expansions, history, notes. And you can see here the history. It gives me a bit more information of the actual product that Apple sold. And to be honest with you, this may sound weird, but I really want to get one of these Macintosh XL because, yeah, they look old and they don't really, work for now generations, obviously. But they just look so damn sexy in my opinion. I like the way that they made it look like it's like from Star Trek. I like the way they've done their designs. Currently now they're just making things look a little bit more modern, a little bit more fresher. But still, you can see when you come in this application, you get a lot of information, obviously. Oh my days. Yeah, this price here at $9,995. That's back in '85. Jesus. That's near enough the same as Mac Pro. So you can see that it really does inspire me. It really gets me to know a little bit more about Mac products, and as well introduce me to some products that I haven't yet ever seen on Apple's store or in the past. So it's giving me a lot more information. And also, it doesn't stop there from giving you the information of the history of Apple. It also gives you your Mac's model. So what I mean by that is if it's in warranty, leaving warranty, or out of warranty. So if I click on there, which I won't because it shows a lot of information of where I live and etc. But when you tap onto that, it will give you your Apple Care history. So you can see when you need to renew it to make it a little bit more knowable, because you don't want to go and not know when it's out of date. Take it to Apple and they say, oh no, sorry, you need to pay this amount. And to be honest, I've done that before where my MacBook Pro, unfortunately, had its hard drive died, and it nearly cost about £500. But thankfully, my Apple warranty was in a 2-day left, so I was kind of lucky that went out before the warranty. However, I totally recommend Mactracker solely because it's really informal and gives me a lot of information of the Mac's history from Apple. Obviously, it's really informative. It's going to help you out a lot if you write articles or you're just a geek of Apple. I really recommend this application. Check the link down below, as this will give you the download link, and also check out my article review, as I will be giving you a full in-depth of that as well. Anyway guys, my name's been Will for TheNxtGeek.com. I'm really hoping you enjoyed this video. This is sort of a new sort of style I'll be going for. I just want to have a little bit more relaxed and not serious chat, because people take it too seriously sometimes, in my opinion. I like to just sit down here, chat with you, and just basically give you my thoughts and opinions of an application or a product. So yeah, anyway guys, my name is Will from TheNxtGeek. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to check links down below, and also hit that like button if you enjoyed it. That'd be much more appreciated. As well, if you want to see future videos, make sure to subscribe. Anyway guys, my name's been Will, and I'll see you all in my next video.